I wanted to provide some insights on the current lawsuit between Nomad Capitalist and Nomad Elite. And this is very interesting because I'm here with Michael. He is a Nomad Elite client and he's going to be sharing some of his insights then. So basically what's happening is that our company is being sued for defamation in the US. And Nomad Capitalist is located in Hong Kong, which used to be under British rule until '97, but now it's again under the CCP umbrella. Whether people want to admit it or not is irrelevant because there have been a lot of political changes happening in Hong Kong over the past years. And so we're based in Austin, Texas, and we're being sued by a company that's located in Hong Kong, right? And this is very interesting and it has been building up, right? So I'm not sure if you have watched our videos from like 2022, but I started doing videos on Nomad Capitalist in 2022. Obviously, I spoke to my attorney prior to making this video to ensure that what we say is acceptable and we can publish it. So I basically shared what I believe to be either the truth, opinion, or hyperbole, right? So this is just what I did, but I didn't make statements that were like blown out of proportion, in my opinion, right? The problem with the United States legal system is, I'm talking now about the First Amendment is freedom of speech, right? But in reality, in America, there's no freedom of speech unless you have the money to defend yourself. As is happening in my case, you believe you have freedom of speech, but you really don't. Because let's say you say anything negatively about a company, the company ends up suing you, and you decide not to defend yourself. What happens is that you get a default judgment, which is terrible, because the other party may be rewarded hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars for something that may or may not be accurate. But you have to defend yourself to have a chance to access the First Amendment, you know? So how free is America really? And especially considering that we are being sued by somebody, right? The owner of the company, right? The chief officer is an ex-American. He renounced US citizenship. He now lives in many countries worldwide. He has a company in Hong Kong. The company in Hong Kong is suing us, not the company in Arizona. They also have a company in Arizona, Nomad Capitalist US LLC. They're incorporated in Arizona, but we're not being sued by that company. We're being sued by the Hong Kong company, which is interesting. Obviously has a reason too, right?
It's got to be a reason.
Everything has a reason. So being in this lawsuit, this is the first time that I'm being sued, right? I can't say it comes as a complete surprise because I did receive 2 cease and desist letters, right? One of them came in 2022. They decided not to do anything. And the second cease and desist letter came in after we made new videos in 2024. And actually also, I believe, in 2023, right? I mean, we've been making videos about them in 2022, in 2023, and in 2024. And this cease and desist letter that came in the second time, it had a lot more demands, you know? So they basically wanted us to delete the videos or remove the statements we made that they claim to be defamatory. And I then hired my attorney, and she said that we can offer first to remove the statements, and if they don't agree with this, we can offer to take down the videos, and we were willing to do all of this. But Nomad Capitalist's attorney, they insisted on us also paying him $50,000, right? So we didn't come to an agreement because I didn't want to write them a check worth $50,000, right? I'd rather give the money to my attorney. If I have the option, right? And they filed the lawsuit on December 2nd, 2024. So this is what happened. Now, the problem with the United States legal system is, and again, I'm talking about the freedom of speech aspect. You don't have freedom of speech unless you have the monetary resources to defend yourself in the eyes of the law, because if not, you're going to get a default judgment and you could be wiped out financially. Luckily, I don't have any assets within the jurisdictional authority of the United States legal system. I have no gold. I have no real estate. I have some money in the bank, but not enough to worry about it. You know, let's say they win, they're not going to get anything because there is no money there, right? And if they lose, which is a definite possibility, then it's going to be great for us. It's going to be great for me because whoever wins this lawsuit will have a big advantage. When you win a lawsuit against somebody, you crush their company pretty much, because you can publicize this, and we are already doing it now, even though nothing majorly happened yet. So my advice is just don't be scared to say what you want to say. Just because you could be bullied by somebody who has more money than you. He has more money than me. There's no question about that. And that's fine, I never doubt that. He has a lot more money than I do, and that's fine. However, how this went down, I just don't know how to feel about it. But anyway, I do want to get your input now. You're an American, and you do business in America. Like, tell us what you think about the United States legal system, the jurisdictional system of the United States. What's your opinion? And if you maybe want to weigh in a little bit about this specific case that's ongoing with our company.
Yeah, so I don't know a whole bunch about the legal system other than, you've kind of nailed it. Really, when, the First Amendment and, land of the free type, you're in a trap, and so many people are being silent because today you're going to get sued over something so freaking stupid. It makes you wonder. Like, there's enough people in this world. There's enough space in this world for you both, really. And there's many others, as we talked earlier. A lot of other actors or possums, whatever you want to call them, butchers. There's a lot of them out there, and but this is a real deal, man. This is real, what you're going through, and it sucks. I remember, being in business for myself for 30 some years, and boy, I didn't take it lightly when I got sued the first time, and I didn't take it lightly the second time. And I've been in business now, in the real estate business, in property management, and now it seems like there's probably at least always 3 ongoing lawsuits going on, and it's all over stupid stuff because people feel entitled for one reason or the other. You could stick their entitlement up. I don't really care. Like, if the fact that they can't pay their rent, so their garage door, we can't fix their garage door, so then they have to park on the street. So now they get assaulted parking on the street, and then they sue us for parking because they had to park on the street. Makes no sense. But the insurance company is going to pay out because why? Because it's easier just to pay out, and then they shut up. And I've had some people come back 3 times for pretty much the same thing. The case has been done. They're still coming back, hoping to get money. It's like, so these are this doesn't go. It's not limited to one area, and it happens. Unfortunately, it happens. People have nothing else better to do with their time and their money. And from what I have found, people that are suing over stupid, they're miserable. They're miserable. And that is what's coming out of them when you bump into them. I heard this analogy, like, what's in this glass? Like water, of course, right?
It's full. It's beautiful.
But it's full, right? But what you put in this glass is where your thoughts are and stuff, right? This is your, I put in love. I put in patience and kindness and, all this good stuff in here, right? Or, you put in hatred and resentment and bitterness and entitlement. But here I am. I'm holding this ugly glass of hatred and bitterness and anger and envy, right? And you bump into me. What's going to come out? All that ugliness, right? And these people are carrying this around with them. And, I will say, I don't know the right word to say, the right emotion to say for this, but there was somebody that was, I would, in my own opinion, that when Trump won, that I felt like this particular person was angry. So angry. It was just so ugly. Well, now that Trump is in office, there's not going to be many people leaving the U.S. And you think by going to Florida, you're going to save money and blah, blah, blah. And whoa, somebody's a little huh? Not getting no money in the wallet now because Trump's in there. Now you want to really expose the U.S., which is great. It's wonderful. But the reality is you're exposing your own ugliness that's coming out of here. And I'm positive I'm not the only one that sees it. I'm actually disgusted by it. Like, really? You're that It shows that you're you could still do business. You don't have to really put yourself out there to be an and that's really what I felt like what was going on. Like I can't even stomach watching the crap anymore. It's just, it's not educational when you're thinking, this guy's a man. Like, seriously, what the hell? Why do you got to do that? Just be you. Be authentic. If you're not you, who are you going to be? You know, like, be genuine. Be just, that's it, man. Go. Just enjoy life. You know, you don't have to lie and cheat and steal because all that takes up more time and more space. You got to remember your lies and all that. What do you want to be known for, right? Really, what do you want to be known for? You haven't been sued in all these years. It says a lot about you and who you are, your personality.
For defamation, though, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just
for free speech, what I believe to be free speech, but
yeah, free speech, right?
If
right.
you can defend yourself, right?
In the U.S., yeah.
I appreciate that, and I agree with your analogy, with the glass analogy. It's very, very powerful. But no, there is really no free speech. It doesn't exist. You know.
No, it's been taken away. Yeah.
No, it's been taken away because there's a lot of money in it. You know, who gains? Who is the beneficiary? That's always the question, right? The whole system wins.
Dirty hands.
Yeah, the whole system wins. So if you want to utilize the First Amendment, it doesn't matter where you are. Just make sure you have the financial resources to defend yourself, or it doesn't mean anything. If you don't have that, it doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing.
But if you have nothing,
then nothing can be taken from you anyway, right?
Right.
But a lot of people do have stuff, right? And so the last thing that you would want is to be sued in a country where the odds are not in your favor and where you also have assets. That'd be terrible. That'd be totally terrible, right?
Speak on that for a moment. Even as a U.S. citizen, and I'm not a CPA, I'm not an attorney, but if you set yourself up right, you can set yourself up in a way that will protect you from people that want to sue you personally. I'll leave it at that. You can go find the attorney that will help you with that. They're out there. Again, do your own research because there's a lot of bad actors out there, butchers, whatever. And I would say look into this because it's worth it. You get one instance where something like this happens, or other things happen. I can go on and on with scenarios. I don't need to. You can only imagine. But the reality is, take the time to invest in yourself and protect yourself. Really, it's really not that difficult, and it's not that expensive either. For what it costs to protect yourself is minimal, nothing practically. Compared to, I guarantee you would spend more on a nice steak dinner in downtown Chicago for two and a wine than you would spend to protect yourself and your family. It's a no-brainer. Figure it out. And then while you're figuring it out and you got it, share it with others because it needs to be shared. Because it's out there. It's out there. It's similar to when Trump was being questioned about his taxes. And said, "Oh, you haven't paid taxes." Kamala says, "You haven't paid taxes." He says, "Yeah, you're right. Neither have you. And why haven't you changed anything in the last 4 years?" "Oh, because you're using the same system." Huh. These people know what it takes to make it all work. Educate yourself in the tax system, protection system, the legal system. Yeah, we all have rights, but you shouldn't have to have money to prove up your right. And they're just a bunch of angry little elves. Just a bunch of angry little elves, man. The yellow ones don't stop. So educate yourself and take yourself to a level that you didn't even know was out there and share it with others and make a difference.
I appreciate you sharing your insights on your experience being sued in the US. I know that we're being sued for a very different reason than you were being sued, or your company was being sued, right? We appreciate it. If you want more information on the Nomad Capitalist lawsuit, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it with your friends, and we look forward to sharing more info with you soon. Thank you for watching.